Hi everybody, v8burble here to do the weekly SGT GSPRO tournament review. Now it's Monday, I'm right on this, nice and quick. And the events have been closed out this afternoon, so we now have a new set of winners from this week's tour events and also the exhibitions that are running. Now the tour event was a fun one, it was over at Pebble Beach. I just love playing Pebble Beach on the simulator. Yes, if you watched my streams you may have heard me saying a few choice swear words in the direction of Pebble Beach. When it's going well, it's a gorgeous course, really fun one, great setup to play. When it's not going so well and you're hitting all of the wrong slopes and running away, it can be frustrating, and I had a bit of both this week. You're very welcome to check out the videos. I streamed round 1 of PGA and Pro, and then streamed round 2 of PGA and Pro. I had 2 very good rounds, sadly one of each on each tour, and the other 2 stunk it up. I just couldn't quite put them together, unfortunately, in one of the events. We will get on to that. Without further ado, let me disappear off into the corner up there and we will get on with it. It'll be a much shorter one this week, as I won't be doing the standings, and also the clan events haven't closed out yet, so I'll cover them in next week's update. First thing I'm going to mention is the number of courses for GSPRO are now up to, or officially this includes things like the range and stuff, but it's 401 courses, so a huge congratulations to the community for building those courses, and the GSPRO guys who are delivering the software, SGT for running a great tour and encouraging people to play, all these reasons, which has got people out there motivated to build courses and release them for the community. Of course, there are more courses available behind the Patreon servers that various people are running, course designers, but a lot of those designers then do make the courses available for the community, and that's fantastic because it allows us to all play the courses and compete on them on the tour. Since the last update, Columbia Country Club was the last one I did. We now have these new ones to show. I will show them at the end of the video again, just so I can get on to the winners and runners and riders, which I think some people watch the update for. As always, I'll be grateful if people will post this in any of the kind of groups where they think it's good for people to see. So we'll start, as always, with the Pro Tour. This is the biggest amount of world ranking points. This is the one that will ultimately contribute towards the your position in the WGR list, and is, in my opinion, well, it is the hardest one to win, particularly for gross. And this week, playing at Pebble Beach, we actually have Bomber Hill registering another win, winning it by 3 shots, which is damn good. I say Pebble, there's a lot that can go wrong there. You can catch the wrong slopes. You can certainly smack the ball off into the ocean. I was watching some UK coverage of the golf, and there was David Howell talking about the wind blowing off the Atlantic Ocean, and it was rightly pointed out to him that it was the Pacific. But damn, if I could play one course, Augusta would be tempting, but I think it'd be Pebble. I think I'd like to play Pebble. Anyhow, as we were, Bomber Hill are winning it. Congratulations, Bomber Hill. 3 shots clear of C. Stevenson. Bob Chung in 3rd. It's 3rd round that the second round, I mean, that cost Bob that one. Super Swede in 4th. Yeah, good to see 2 Swedes in the top 5. And in 5th, can't tell if it's New Zealand or Australian. I'm going to go with Australian. In 5th, J-Lag and CW35. So very good golf there. It's not an easy course, as I say. You can certainly score well on the front 9. I find it very difficult to score on the back 9. Let's look at the leaders' scorecard. I'm just curious if the good golfers find it the same way, that you can kind of get your birdies in on the front 9. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 4, and in round 2, there we go again, a 30 versus 32. Not much of a selection of things to back me up, but I'll go with that. Anyhow, looking down the leaderboard, Pro Tour was the one that I didn't play well in round 1. But I actually had a very good round 2. 3 under for me is pretty good. Unfortunately, couldn't put 2 rounds together and finished down there in 19th, which isn't too bad. I mean, at the end of the day, I get some world ranking points, and that's the main thing. That's my main objective. Okie doke, looking down the bottom of the leaderboard. Sorry, I'm skipping around a bit and waffling. Cuthbertson taking the coveted last spot by some margin, plus 91 in round 2. Yeah, moving on. Let's look at the net leaderboard. Who was the net winner on Pro Tour this week? The net winner was Bomber Hild. Took net as well. It shows it really was an impressive week with Super Swedes second. So Swedes taking the top 2 spots. Tied third was tight. We had Jay Goringo, Golfer Ben, Liv Zen, H Bash, and Toxic Avenger all there in second place. But well done to Bomber Hild. Not easy to win net any time when you're on a reasonable minus handicap, or pretty tough minus handicap. Bottom of the leaderboard this week again. It's a double coveted prize for Cuthbertson. Just adrift from Wiz. Now it's not the Wiz that I wish was that far down the leaderboard. It's a different one. Wise, I'll say. But well done. Okie doke. Moving on to the PGA. The PGA event also at Pebble Beach. All of the 3 main tours, Pro PGA and Weber at Pebble Beach. And D Ganim 68 took it 3 clear of the Ginger Ninja in second, Sean Palmer third, and finishing out the top 5 we had McGurk and Wizard of Cos. Now there is some bad news. We'll get on to world rankings. I didn't open the tab for that. I better do that now. He'll never forgive me if I don't do this. I did send him a message saying I was too busy to do this update. Hopefully he thought I was being genuine. Anyhow, on we go. So yeah, Wiz, so D Ganim, Ginger, Sean Palmer, McGurk and Wiz. Well played, guys. Good scoring, but D Ganim, the standout performer this week. Now, my score didn't show up until Cook updated it because I've got some GSPRO issues with the data being sent. It seems to be my Starlink does have a couple of rounds where it just drops out, but I was streaming the round. So I shot a 5 under round 1. And I had visions of victories here. I looked at it and thought, oh, I've one clear of Wiz. Thought I could go on and take the prize. And then played Pro Tour. It's on the YouTube stream. Played great on Pro Tour and shot my 3 under, whatever it was. And then teed up on PGA and proceeded to hit my first tee, shot out of bounds. And then was very lucky not to hit the second one out of bounds, the other side, which would have been 5 off the tee. So just a disastrous start. I say, if I could have put that round together with the Pro Tour, I'd have been right up there on one of these leaderboards, but that's not the way it works. So 10th, yeah, I'll take 10th. Why not? Let's look down the bottom of the leaderboard. How many people finished? 219, a little bit less than last week, which surprises me because I say Pebble is a great course to play. Last spot going to Mech 111990. Just clear of MPS Spence or MP Spence. Let's look at the net this week. Yeah, nobody was absolutely killing it. There were no 12 unders, 13 under, 14 unders, which I like. I like it when a course is playing a bit tougher on the simulator, making a bit more of a challenge for people. The net leaderboard for PGA, we had Shin219 taking it well clear, 5 shots clear of BDC5E, VJB Junior 1 or JR, not the most catchy names, I've got to admit. Zuba 80 tied 4th with Ginger Ninja 77, Liv Zen, Boiler KH and Yeti Rojo. Good to see Yeti there. I haven't don't think shout out to Yeti. But yes, well done guys, especially Shin219 for taking that one. At the bottom of the leaderboard we have IOJR17 taking the last spot on this occasion. Just seeing if anything else to report. Nothing jumping out at me. So I'm just looking down there, seeing if my friend Thin Man teed it up. He will have played Pebble. Can't see him on there, but no doubt. Let's have a look at the web tour. The web winner this week. Oh, there he is. There he is. Did he get the win? Has he gone and nabbed a win at Pebble? Bandit. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I've got to look at the winners on count back. Who took it? It's looking like Scott Mizo might have, given it's the back nine of the second round. The winner for, sorry about this, the winner for Webb was Scott Mizo. Oh, Thinny's missed out on it on count back. So Scott Mizo took it. Well done, Scott. On count back, just clear of my good mate Thin Man. Rourke solid third, and finishing out the top five, Stagamar, who's always up there, and Foghorn 78, Michael Dixon. So well played, guys. Good golf, but the big shout out to Scott Mizo for that round 2. Looking down the bottom of the leaderboard, the last spot was Mamoose, down there in 211th. Looking at the net leaderboard. And the net leaderboard, we have got Ron John taking it 3 clear of Mason Jackson, who's just 1 more clear of JK Frank and Esco, and finishing out the top 5, Pod Golf. So well done, Ron John, for bagging that win. 2 very solid rounds. At the bottom of the leaderboard for net, we have JTH918 taking that last spot. Moving on to the bragging tour. This is where the big boys hang out, and basically it's a tough, long setup, and it's just for bragging rights. And the winner this week is C. Stevenson taking it. I'm not 100% sure. I think C. Stevenson, I think I saw something on Discord about him saying he's finally found a course to select where he's got the win. So I'm guessing he's the one that's kind of setting up the tips tour. So thank you for doing that. I'll play it if I get my rounds in early in the week, then I'll do tips for kind of just a laugh. But it's not one I prioritise. I need to make sure I get my 4 rounds in on the PGA Pro first, and I like to do the Par 3 probably next, and then I've got the Sim Cup, the Quinn Cup, sorry, and if I get any scrambles in. But anyhow, it's not about me. It's about C. Stevenson. Well done. Just taking it 1 shot from M. Loga. B. Hallman 1 further back, Bomber Hild 1 further back, and then tied for 5th, Brad Robb, Mark Andre, and Salty. So very well done there. How many people finished? 55, SK15M taking the last spot, Rainmaker JL just ahead. Moving on, we can go on to the 2-man scramble. This last week, week 20, always up there, and they've got the win this week. Salty and Carnival taking it just 1 clear of Bob and D Show, a few clear of the rest. B Hallman, GM Smith, M Loga, Random Hero, Super Swede, Bomber Hild, and B Men and Scuba, who I am taking on in my singles match on the Quinn Cup. I've been paired up against him. Well done. Let's have a quick look at the net winner. This week for the 2-man, again, no round for me. It is my favourite. I'll see if I can tempt John into having a bash at it next week. It would be nice, or this week even. The winners, Tin Man and Grand Pauli, taking it with a handicap of -3 from Chick 3N44 Ball Pride, Daft's Joshua Westwick, and in tied 4th, Lochless and Ginger Ninja and B-Man and Scuba. So well done to Grand Pauli and Tin Man for winning the net this week for the 2-man scramble. At this point, I will jump onto the world rankings just because, let me get my password entered. Just because Wiz will never forgive me if I don't do that, as he just posted it in Discord. My time in the top world golf top 30 has come to an end. It was a good run, mainly based on getting those rounds in where less people were playing during the summer. But I am now down in 31st. Let's just cover the top 5. Willie 8, still a fair bit clear of JPO. C. Stevenson back into 3rd. I think he's just moved ahead of Bob. And Jordan Hood in the 5th spot. Bomber Hild obviously will be making some good gains there with the wins. I have dropped out of the top 30, and we can see that Wiz has gone in there. But I just want to point this out. If I click on my profile, this is quite important. mainly for the benefit of Wiz, not really anybody else. So feel free to just skip forward maybe 20-30 seconds for anybody else. But if we actually look at the world ranking calculations, we will see that I am trending in the right direction with a nice 4.48 and then a 6 point over the last 2 weeks, and I do feel that's pretty good, and that the points that are dropping off are lower than what I've been scoring. Obviously with 2 very good performances there, gross, but they've decayed, so there's a few zeros, 2s, 3s, all of those less than what I'm on. I just feel I should show that in comparison to Wiz. Again, sorry, you might, again, another 30 seconds fast forward for everybody else, please. This is purely for the benefit of my good friend. If we look at the kind of 6 points and then the, whatever it was, 4 points or 3 point something, 3.6, whatever it was, for the last 2 weeks, we will look at Wiz, who obviously has moved into the top 30, and notice that yes, he's got a 4 points and a 3.1, but that's not up to the same kind of level when you average it out as what I had. And obviously he will have other scores in a little while that will be dropping off. Actually, damn, he's got 2 more to account because he hasn't even got the 20. Maybe he has got 20 registered. Anyhow, yeah, just wanted to show that I'm trending in the right direction. So I should be back in the top 30 maybe next week. We will see. Mark my words. Moving on to the Queen Cup. The Queen Cup is over at Sim Golf. This is the two Eskimo and Table Captain taking each other on with always a very entertaining booby prize. It's 50 people on each team. We have finished round 1, which was a bit of a disaster, I'm going to say, but maybe not for Table Captain's team. Losing round 1, which was a scramble, 15.5 to 9.5. I won't go down every result, but you will see in the top half, those guys were all winners. Only W Speed and the Doug getting a win out of those top few matches. Then the table team started fighting back. A good big match there. Bender and Willie beating Keymark and Carnival, which would have been a tough game. A couple of draws in there, and then Eskimo's lot winning a few more. Obviously, I'll point out Eskimo and Scando, mainly Eskimo losing that one. That feels that I should point that out. And obviously, I got the tie with Rays, mainly carried by Rays against Mythesis and Scuba, who I'm taking on. In the singles, which is round 2, 1 match has been played so far, and it was a win for Table Captain, the good guys, Bill King taking on and beating Bettery. So only 1 match been played, lots to go, 49 more? Yes, 49 more to go in that round. There's going to be a lot of points on offer. Let's get on to the courses then. I'm just going to flick through and look at the latest courses. So the Pines, designed by Jeff Carter, who's been busy. There's a couple being released here from the look of it. We'll have a quick look at the Pines. There'll be an advert that comes up as usual probably. No? Not this time. So not too dense trees. Again, that's one of the first things I look for, meaning if I do spray it badly that you'll be able to get back into it. As I say, I haven't seen Jeff's name, so I don't know if he's been banging out the courses or if it's a kind of newfound hobby. But yeah, looks a perfectly pleasant course. Not much fairway there. You've got to land it in the right area to then be able to chip it up. I'm guessing that's more rough around the greens, just from the look of the textures. Yeah, I'm loving all these previews because it's so good being able to get a quick look at the course. So there's always course records, as I mention, or I don't mention. Every course that's released, you can take on the course records and try and set them. So I'd encourage you, especially new courses, get your name in there early before Bob gets in and bags the course record. Moving on to, that was the Pines. We're moving on to Mystic Rock Golf Club. Another Jeff Carter one. And we've got an advert. I knew it'd happen at some point. It's bound to happen. Moving on. And over here, a little bit more scrubland, slightly bigger fairways, all bit of water. That's a naughty one. There's a hole that could give me nightmares. In real life, definitely. In the sim, I don't know, I'm a bit of a seasoned pro. I can handle these things a bit better than I used to. More water. Pins aren't too bad. I mean, obviously it could be a pin that's set up on that side, but while the pins are showing where they are, it's not as daunting. And what I'm guessing will be maybe deep rough. I don't know. I'd have to play it to find out if it's sand. I always love seeing the little buildings in the distance. But again, yeah, but nice course. But fairways look big enough. That looks, yeah, that looks a nice one to play. So thank you to Jeff Carter. P. Wade, Phil has released, oh, this is an update, 560 rounds on it. We did play it, so I think that one's been covered. I'm sure that's been covered. It must have. It must have. I'll look at it anyhow. I think we played it this week on one of the courses. I did. We did cover this. We did cover this. I'm sure we did. Apologies if I didn't. Moving on to the fold at Eastwood. I've got a feeling this is the course we're playing in the next round, and possibly on the Quinn Cup. Not 100% sure. So don't want to be dragging it in those trees, and probably don't want to be hitting it long into the rough at the far side. Nice big green though. Yeah, beautiful looking course. One that looks very, very natural, and yeah, looks really nice. Beautifully designed. That's more like it. Less trees, you know, a bit more room to play with. Yeah, the greens look really big. I think all the pins we've been looking at have been at the front, but they look like, yeah, you could get on the green and have some monster putts to have to take on. Great work. Thank you to P. Wade for that one. The fold, no, that wasn't P. Wade. That was CE Sim Golf. Sorry, CE Sim Golf, because I skipped up one, didn't I? So thank you to Country Club of Lexington by J. Pruitt. And what do we got? We got, yeah, nice water, lovely reflecting water there, nice still day from the look of it. Yeah, oh, looks lovely. And more parkland again. It's these courses are the ones that I can kind of see myself playing in real life. I'd love to play some more of the, I said this last time, I'd love to play some more of the flary golf courses one day maybe. Thank you to Jay Pruitt for that one. Mashi has released TPC Colorado. Just 2 to go. No one's done the course record here yet. Ba-dum-bum-bum. And mountains in the distance. A lot of crap to hit the ball over there. There's okay. There's a bit of room to play with. I'd be bailing out left here, obviously, until I look at the course and check if it is deep rough everywhere. I think I did. I'm sure I did this one as well. I'm sure I did this one. In fact, yeah, I did do that one, I think. No, version 3. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have. Let's have a look at. Can't do Stream Song Red. No, that means it's an old one. Buffalo Tournament Club. We'll just conclude with this one. Designed by the Golf Boy. Other people are doing lots of these videos, by the way, showing off the new courses, and they're doing it very, very well. Though a couple of ones have commentary on it, others are just showing them. I have no desire to steal anyone else's thunder, so it may be that I leave it for them to introduce the courses, and I just go and show them. Let me know in the comments, please, if anyone finds it helpful that I show these and it gives them an idea of what's out there. Otherwise, I won't not allow the other people to put out their videos showing off the courses because they're doing a better job than I am at it. But again, yep, nice course, nice little house in the distance. Not too much trouble to have to deal with, I would say there, which is good. So I think that is that's that. Lots of events to take on. Good luck this week playing golf. I haven't seen where the. Let's have a quick look where the tour is. This week PGA schedule. This week's events are over at, oh, it's Scottsdale, fun one. The new course. I've not actually played it yet, so the first time I play it will be when I'm streaming my rounds. So I'm looking forward to that. Why has my head been like resting down there? I've been lazy, leaning forward. Thank you. If you watch this, please comment. Let me know if you like it. Share it if it's helpful. If not, I will see you next week. Hopefully back in the world ranking top 30 at the expense of my good friend Wiz. You can have the coveted 30th spot for now. Goodbye.